It does.
It always looks good.
We are live, man. We are doing a Hacks Chat live. We haven't done one of these in a while. Yeah, we were checking our hair before the show. Yeah, we're all looking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you guys been, man?
We're doing well. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. We are prime time on the East Coast.
That's right.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere on the West Coast.
Yeah, it's 5 years. Yeah. So you guys are heating it up, man. I've been seeing you everywhere on social media, and your book launched today, and you're doing exceptionally well, man. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. We're just trying to do the best we can, just hitting up as many channels as we can, talking to as many people as we can. I mean, that's just the way you got to do it. You got to get out there and press the flesh, as they say, or press the digits nowadays, the ones and zeros.
All I know is I like to be pressed, especially by the right people. Yeah. or you can just kind of grease my palm. That works too.
Exactly. I mean, I'm all about that, man. I ain't ashamed. I mean, if Popeyes wants to throw us some money and be, the people
sponsor
that pays for us to do our thing, I will take that, and I will take it in chicken. They don't even have to give me money.
Yes, we just found out we are trending #1 on Indiegogo.
Who figured that out for you guys?
It was you, Artie Bear.
Yeah, you guys are right up there with Dave Sim and Cerebus. So congratulations, man. You're trending. I think you're in the #1 slot right now. So let's see if we can keep that going for at least the next couple days. I think 2-3 days is really good if you can keep up there. And based on your traction right now, I don't see any reason to think it wouldn't.
Yay! We're so excited.
Let's just hope it keeps going, man.
Oh, before we go any further, I got to show you what my wife just brought me. So I'm gonna see if I can drink all this in an hour.
You're gonna be popping some bottles.
Gosh, all that.
Popping some bottles.
Do it. At least you got the little bottles.
That's the SKITS party lunch. Woo!
Yeah, they're little grenades. Yeah, so I should, and it's core, so it's the alcohol count isn't that high. But I thought I'd party. I don't have a straitjacket, so this is the only way I can get crazy with you guys.
But you're gonna party like a rock star, which is all good.
Do it.
Yeah, well, I need a couple hoes for that. It's not a rock star party unless you have some groupies, right?
Yeah,
we like to call them girls of interest. Okay, girls of interest.
I'm sorry. We gotta be very, very kosher here. So we got the chat is up. We have Linkovich in the chat. We have Ordinary Eyeball Drew. So I don't know what that's all about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have Death Metal Hero, who's one of my favorites.
Death Metal has been coming out
following us around all day, man. I mean, he's awesome. He's been there. I mean, he keeps saying, "Hey," keeps sharing. I mean, he's awesome, man. Thanks a lot, Death Metal Hero. You're fantastic.
Yeah. So you guys got a new book.
I'm just sharing out the link.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And if anybody in the chat, please share out this link, and we'll get some more eyeballs. We'll get some ordinary eyeballs on this stream and see if we can help SKITS keep this trend going. Yeah, they're trending on Indiegogo. So yeah, congrats again. So
thank you.
I think my chat is on delay because I'm kind of procrastinating just to see if I can get my chat going. But it looks like it's going now. I think StreamYards was on a delay here. So it looks like we got a good
it was.
Yeah, we got a good group of people. We got Flying Saucer. We got Oni64. So, should we just jump right into the pitch? Should I share the site? What do you guys want to do? You want to pitch it first, and then we'll cut to the site, or
let's cut to the site and pitch while we're on the site.
Yeah,
would that be good?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I click this. I click this. I have all this stuff prepared, you guys.
Oh man, you're awesome.
And then Shazam, there you go.
Bam. Yeah. Man, this looks so good. I was looking at it earlier. You got Kent Williams, dude. You scored a Kent Williams.
Dude,
Kent
I know.
Williams.
I mean, he was like at the very top of my list. I mean, he's like the guy that I looked at, you know, after all the old timers died off, like Frazetta, Jeff Jones, all them. Kent Williams was like the next batch of people that came through that were like that. And I was just like, man, if I could get Kent Williams, how awesome would that be? I mean, he hasn't done anything in like 10, 15 years, you know? And she was like, well, why don't we just write him? I was like, he'll just say no. I mean, there's no reason to.
And of course, as the wife, I was like, baby, you gave me your list. I'm going to give you what you want. And so everybody on the list, I was like, contact Kent Williams. I was like, who's the woman right here? Kent Williams and was like, oh yeah, here's my cell phone. Call me. And I was like, what?
I know, man. He's really chill, man. Laid back. I mean, he's a Southern boy, you know, he's real cool. And
he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, the cover looks great too. Yeah, let me play the video because pictures speak 1,000 words. Here, let's go. Ooh.
And there you have it, folks. Right there. Back it now on Indiegogo.
Oh, yeah.
That looked amazing. Wow. I'm excited.
Thank you. We worked with Verse Films Productions for that.
Yeah.
We thank them so much. We did that movie, Skits Meets Mr. Chair,
early
on when we first, came out like, hi, who we are, Skits, the intro video. And we said, hey, might as well just keep working with them. So
yeah.
So
basically,
go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna hop right into it. What do you think? Pitch it?
Oh no, go ahead. I was gonna set you up for it, but you're already ahead of me, so go for it.
All right, man. We'll kick right into it. So Skits, as a lot of people already know, but Skits is a book about a guy who can't tell the difference between his dreams and reality. Now, this book right here has been a culmination of about 20 years of work. I started working on this. Oh, she's telling me to put my hands in there to jiggle around stuff. I started working on this about 20 years ago when I was working at a TV station. I started having these strange dreams, these sequential dreams, because my days and nights were just all messed up because I was working the midnight shift. And so, I had these sequential dreams for about 2 months, and I documented it. I wrote them down. I put them in my sketchbooks because I just graduated from art college. And now today, you're seeing it. We're bringing it to life. This is the real deal. This is what it's all about, man. And I'm just excited to be here with you, Art. Thanks for having us.
Oh, no problem. This artwork is amazing. Yeah, I know we talked before. So there was Kent Williams. Who's the guy that works with Neil Gaiman a lot as well that you were saying we were talking about that you like?
Dave McKean.
Dave McKean. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that next on your list?
He's another big one. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we could contact, but I got to tell you, I loved his work in the 80s and 90s, but some of the stuff he's doing nowadays, it doesn't really hit me as much. And Kent Williams is still knocking it out of the park with his, body, a figure illustration and paintings and stuff like that. Because he mainly does gallery showings and stuff now, and that's really what I was like.
Fine art.
Yeah, I mean, he's still killing it in my opinion. So I was like, man, let's get some of that.
But if Dave wants to, get up on one of these covers for the next book, we would absolutely open the door for Dave.
I mean, come on, bring it. We'll take it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think you know, every once in a while, it's still very inspired, Dave's work. So I still like it. So are these interior
Oh
pages
yeah,
here?
I mean his yeah, that's interior work right there. That's these are basically I'm showing off the awesome stuff. You know, your splash pages, your double page spreads, that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is pages from the book. The one on the right there isn't actually colored yet, but I still thought it was strong and wanted to show it off.
Well, I know when we talked previously, there's going to be some that are drawn in different styles. So I just figured this was going to be in pencil and not color.
No, well, what we're going to do is we're doing 3 different styles, you know, just like we spoke about before. We're going to have pencil work that has coloring over it, like the piece on the left-hand side right there. And a lot of that coloring is actually scans of my fine art work that I'm actually using as collage and different stuff like that to actually build up the color palette and whatnot. And then we're going to have inked work where it's like heavily inked with like brush and stuff like that. And then we're going to have the concept style artwork, which is the painted style that you see there at the top of the page. So we got a mismatch of those 3 styles that's actually going to build this entire book.
Are those the 3 different realities? Is that kind of what they symbolize?
It intertwines some stuff, but it's really more about the storytelling and scenes and stuff like that. You know, like what's going on in the actual scenes and stuff. So that's what it has more to do with that than anything.
To be honest, I can't wait to get this book because it's still such an abstract. I've talked to you in great detail about it, and I still don't even know what it's about. So it's very intriguing, man.
Well, that's all that's about it. As long as it piqued your interest, we are excited about that. If it piqued Archie Bear's interest, we got a winner, chicken dinner.
That's right.
All right, you have to explain this because I have been cheating. I listened to other streams where you guys were talking, but what is this choose your own adventure?
Okay, so normally you have a campaign, you got a book. And then you'll come out with a couple of covers from maybe your friends or just high priority artists and stuff like that, you know, to sell the book a little bit more, to give people a little bit of variety as to what they want, you know. Well, what I decided was, well, I never really buy those because I just don't really, I buy the cover that I like and I go from there. But what we wanted to do is actually have variant stories within the book. And we thought that was really a part of the SKITS story, you know. If you
twist,
if you actually start to read the plots and the storylines and all that sort of stuff, it's like this actually works for the book. So I was like, well, why don't we just, instead of selling some alternate covers, let's actually build the story out and make it what it really is, and you know, spread some love around and get various stories in there. I mean, we're going to have 45 variant panels in the book spread across the books, and also 12 variant pages. So you're getting different pages of art and you're getting different panels of art that changes from here and here. Now, have you ever seen the movie The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp in it?
No, I have not.
It's a good horror film, but basically he goes on this journey. He's commissioned to find the different variations of one book. And it's about devilry and devil worship. And it basically, the devil made a book, but he made it in such a way where he made a pact with different people. So each of those, it was 3 different people. So each person had a different style in the book, but it all was the devil's book.
Yeah, and you had to go and find all the different books to actually tell what was actually going on in the books and stuff like that. You know, like the books stood alone on their own just fine. But when you put them next to each other, you notice differences. You started seeing like different story plots, different parts and pieces, and it really told a more complex story. So that's exactly what we're doing with SKITS.
Yeah, so it was basically influenced with that. So let's break it down even simpler. So you got Michael's cover. Let's say Michael's goal is to get to the city. He goes by land. You got Kent Williams' cover. His goal is to get to the city. He's going by sea. You get to Patrick's cover. His goal is to get to the city, but he's going by air. So basically all 3 get to the city as a completed journey, but each book is different how he gets to the journey. So if you bought the book, I bought the book, and Skits wrote the book, but he got a book. Everyone gets to go through a different journey.
But that's just a simple way of breaking it down. It's going to be a little more intertwined and different stuff going on, but that's exactly what it is. You know, it's really that simple. Just different parts of the story being told here and there and stuff like that.
Your page 2 is different from my page 2.
Wow.
But we all end up at the city. Right. But we all end up at the city, right? But your page 2 is different from my page 2, depending on the cover. So
how many pages is the book?
The book is 60 pages. Okay. 60 plus pages. It might be a few pages over that, but, and that's each book, you know, each book has 60 pages in it, you know, because we're telling basically the same story, just different parts and pieces and stuff in the different book. So 60 plus pages is each of those books.
So then you're like, how many new pages do you think are in each different version? Like 10 pages?
12 pages is what we're going to have.
So then you had to draw 24 new pages for the different adventures on top of
no, it's 12 pages spread across the 3 books. That's brand new. And then 45 panels, which is 15 different panels across the books. Okay. And then if we start to make a certain, stretch goal and stuff like that, we might have some stuff climbing. We start adding to it, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. The only reason I ask is I'm such an artist, and I always look at like workload, like, well, how many pages is that? What is this breaking down to? How many new pages are going to be added? You know, how much work is going to be involved here? Yeah. No, this sounds really exciting. These covers are phenomenal, and the interiors are par none, man. This is really good stuff. And so we got 3 books, 3 variant covers, 3 variant stories, and 1 insane adventure. Hell yeah. Oh, what is this? You got a straight jacket?
We do have that straight. We told you we have a straight jacket here.
You got it. Yeah, a straight jacket. You need to go get you one, man.
Now this is good for the parties.
yeah. You want a party? There you go.
I don't know. After this live stream, I might have to get one.
We got small, medium, large, extra large, and it comes with a piece of, was it sequential?
Well, the tier comes with the 3-book journey, signed and numbered in its own special skits band, which is, you know, the belly bands that they have on those fancy books, those art books where they're signed and numbered and wrapped and stuff. So you get that. Yeah, so you get that, and you get the sequential art page, and you get to straight jacket.
And the straight jacket, he signs, numbers the straight jacket, and draws. So you have your own original art on the actual straight jacket.
I'm going to do one of those big tags, you know, where it like 8-inch tags that they put on clothing, you know, high-end tags. And then I'm going to do a drawing on it, sign and number it. There's only going to be 5 of them. So there'll only be 5 of these tags.
So just imagine you walk in LA, or, you know, if you can, riding your bike or something, but you have a straight jacket. You got a little skits band hanging out with the flapping all in the winds and stuff. That'd be
just
awesome.
Let your arms back, flopping all over the place.
So is this a real straight jacket? Like you could actually?
Yes. Art, this ain't from the Halloween store. Yeah, this is a real slap your face straight jacket.
Oh my gosh, that is so much fun. That is so cool. So then you're gonna remark the straight jacket. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, so choose 1 adventure, choose 2 adventures. So the idea is they can get each book individually, but they can also get the 3 books in 1 tier as well, right?
That's right. That's what our featured tier is. Our featured tier is the 3-book journey, signed and numbered, wrapped in a skits band there.
Okay.
Just like you see it.
That's awesome. So it's going to be.
And for everyone that was on the mailing list, they got a secret perk where it's they got the discount, but the skits band is hand drawn. Yeah. So you're getting a piece of original art hand drawn with the book.
Yeah, but that's only people who are on the mailing list. Right. They get a special one that's a hand drawn skits band around it and everything. I mean,
guys, sign up for those pre-launch because there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah,
I have not seen these interiors, my friend. Look at this.
Thank you.
Crap. Is this what are you doing this with? Is this digital or is this watercolor? What is this?
Well, I draw it on paper. Those pages are actually for sale in the campaign there. And then I scan it in. I do my coloring, and I also do, like I was saying, I scan in some of my own paintings and stuff that I do for texture and for reference material. I scan those in and actually use them in the pieces, so it looks more like original artwork, like it's all hand painted and that sort of stuff. So,
well, mission accomplished. Look at this. Wow. How did you think this way? I don't even know how you think artistically this way. That's not you. Who is that?
That's Kent Williams. That's the man.
That's why it says, how do you spell legendary? See the photo.
Kent Williams.
I see the credited photo name before I see Kent Williams. Oh, there he is. Okay.
There he is.
Wow. This is cool, man.
Not since the fountain that he did with Darren Aronofsky, since he's did any covers. So
well, he did that whole book. That was hand painted, the whole book.
So I mean, that's the last big thing that he did. So that was 2006. And then, like I said, we got in contact with them and he said yes. And then now we're in the 2020s for Kent Williams. So,
well, now whenever I see Patrick Reynolds' cover, I just think Terry Gilliam. For some reason, this looks like it could be a movie poster for a Terry Gilliam movie.
His work is incredible. I mean, he's one of those young ones that hasn't really blown up yet, but he's been killing it for years. You know, I've been following him for a while. I've been buying his original art, and she contacted him, and he was like, yeah, man, let's do it. He was actually the first person to get back with us, and I was like, well, heck yeah, man, you're awesome. And we ended up finding out that we went to the same art school together, at SCAD. He was a few years after me. I graduated in 2000. He graduated in 2009. But, I mean, that was really cool. We knew some of the same people and everything, so that's awesome.
Same teachers?
Yeah, well, funny thing is his main teacher that he had was actually a guy that I went to school with. We were in school together in the 90s, and then he became a teacher there later on. Mm-hmm. And so we had that contact in the same. So that was really cool.
All I know is if I had to pick a favorite cover, it would be Michael's cover. Look at that thing.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Everyone loves a team up.
Well, I got to tell you, if it was me, I'd probably pick Kent Williams just because I'm such a huge fan. But I appreciate that, man. I worked hard on that cover, man.
Well, I'm probably going to back all three, especially because I this one right here, Patrick's just looks like it should be like a movie poster for a Terry Gilliam film with the floating chair and the ship, the Clipper ship almost looks like it's floating in the air. Because I think it does in the story too, right? It floats in the air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Patrick and Kent are the only two people besides us that have actually read the script. So they, they got to read it and they put their stuff to work from that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Patrick?
And I'm editing the film, so I'm not just a random person.
Oh, yeah. No, we bought Kent Williams and Patrick's original artwork. If we're going to have work done for our book, we're going to buy the original artwork.
Okay, yeah. I have to ask you for the chat here so we can entertain them. Do you have that in your studio? Can we see those?
No, we haven't had them shipped to us yet. Actually, the reason why our campaign's launching now is that we finally got all the artwork done from them. So we're still waiting to have it shipped to us. Yeah.
Who's this?
Oh, who's that girl?
Gosh, she's so
cute. Who's that girl?
Coming as the niña. Who's that girl?
She's adorable.
Thank you, Thanos.
Oh, there's the floating ship.
Yeah, so a lot of people are amazed at it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So there's your credits here. So TV film industry, first job, graduate school, was a model as a Barbie doll for Mattel. Wow, you got to explain that. So you were a model for a Barbie doll? Or model?
I have my own Barbie doll from Mattel. That is correct.
Can you show that?
You may purchase. I'll post it up later on Twitter. But yes, I have my own Barbie doll.
I don't think.
Oh, that's awesome.
My mom has everything. Yeah.
She's got pictures of them. She'll share them. I'll make her.
Yeah, that was my first job straight out of grad school when I was in New York, and like literally the day of graduation, I was flown to New York, and there you go.
Yeah.
So looks like you own a film versus film productions horror production company, and then are you hanging out with Frankie Muniz? How do you say his name?
Muñez. From Malcolm in the Middle. Love him so much. On my Twitter, at Kershina Jade, I put on there, I'm the black girl who doesn't die in a horror film. Because everyone knows.
Black one's got to go.
You got to go. First thing, you got to go. But I actually survived. I make it to the sequel.
Well, good. You're a scrapper. You got to be scrappy.
Yeah, but I'm also editing the book, so I'm not just random here on shows, but I'm actually editing the book and co-writes.
Co-writes and then also does all the marketing and all the background stuff. So there you go.
She's your agent too, getting people on board and just making phone calls and making things happen. That's important. That is so important. So here's the flying ship. This is the one I was referencing. Wow, that is a killer shot.
Yeah. That piece ain't even done yet. I've just started adding a little color to it. So, I mean, it's got a long ways to go. But I figured I should show it because it's such a strong piece and people really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at this. Okay, so here's your doodles here.
And that right there, the piece on the right with the goldfish, that's the inking style that I'm going to be working in the book as well.
Okay, you have to explain what you're using because this looks like a lot of scumbling around. Is this brush?
It's definitely stumbling. It's I use either a traditional brush and ink, or I'll use one of those Pentel ink pens. The big brush ones like Junggi Kim uses and stuff like that. I've been using those things for years. I love them.
Can you dry brush like that with them?
Oh yeah. What you do is once you wear one out to a certain point, you just keep using it. I mean, it is fantastic. You can add a little bit of ink to the end of it and do your dry brushing and whatnot. Also, I kind of use it on the side, like I turn it sideways like you would a pencil, and you can get some really nice scumbling out of that.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Yeah, this is really tight. Look at that. Man, I love your style. I really love your style, my friend. I haven't seen comic books like this in a long time. Like Marvel used to experiment, 20 years ago or so, and even DC. So this is nice to see some people experimenting, bringing some more illustrative techniques and things to storytelling. I really like this. So let's go over the tiers real quick. We kind of, highlighted them, but let's get into more detail. So you got your featured tier. What's that all about?
So the featured tier is the one I was talking about. That's the 3-book journey. That's the complete journey. It comes in a signed and numbered SKITS band edition. That's that belly band that wraps around all the books. It'll be signed and numbered to however many that are sold. And we think that's something special. We really wanted to do it up so it was classy and like a high-end art piece, because really that's what this is. We're doing painting. We're doing traditional art in it. We're doing some computer stuff. I mean, this book is really, like you said, that stuff that you used to see in the late 80s, the 90s, when they were really experimenting with bringing traditional illustration and art back into the book. So we're really excited about bringing this to people.
And we're doing like a play on words. So like it's the 3-book journey, because you get the 3 books, a journey, and you'll see later on the tiers. But everything that you see in the picture is everything that you get. So we don't delineate from, well, whatever happened to this. It's like, nope, 3 books, the band, and this is what it looks like as the final outcome with that SKITS band on it. So,
yeah, man, you got to show people what they're getting, what it looks like.
Yep. Is this the one with the hand painted band, or is that's just for the pre-launch?
That's just for the pre-launch people. Okay. Yeah, you had to be on that mailing list. I mean, that's the main thing that we've been selling today. I think we've sold, 30 or 40 of those by now. So
So if you got that email, and I know some people haven't checked, or it went to their spam, or if you have Gmail, it went to their promotions.
Well, check that promotion tab if you got a Gmail. I mean, it went to my spam, and it's my book for, I mean, it's just silliness. Come on, man. Don't be doing that to me.
But the email list, you get a discount, and you get the hand-drawn Skits band versus the regular printed Skits
that ends up signed and numbered.
Yeah.
So which one's signed and numbered? That's for the pre-launch sign?
Both of them are signed and numbered, but the pre-launch one will be really limited to however many that are sold. Like maybe it might be 50, 100, however many people that were on the mailing list end up getting it. And then this one will be limited to however many we sell. I'm expecting this one will be a lot more because people on the mailing list was really small comparative to what we can sell to the mass public. So
yeah, I was just going to ask how you were going to do the signed and numbered since you don't have like a limit on the tier. So it's just going to be whatever number you end up with at the end of the campaign. Okay. Wow.
Exactly.
If it's go ahead.
Oh, no, I just said, wow, look at this. This is awesome.
Oh. Because we have a slight delay. That's why we were like, oh, wow,
what you see?
Okay, so this is some guy named Michael's book. I don't know who that is. So this is the main book here?
Yep, that's my cover right there. That's the main book. If you want that, just one book, any book can be read on its own. So if you want just my book, my cover, you can buy that too. And it'll read just like a completed story. No harm, no foul. You won't miss. Well, you'll miss a little bit, but you ain't gonna, but it'll be just fine. You'll get a complete story. No harm, no foul.
And on top of that, if you got the complete book, we said it because we understand what's going on in today's whatever. Yeah. If you got the book, $25, that's great. But if you wanted another book, there's an add-on section. Yep. So you can add on the other books. Whatever your price level is. So if you can only add on just one book, that's fine. There you go. Yeah. If you can add on all three, you automatically get that Skits band as well.
Yeah, say you wanted my cover and Kent Williams or mine and Patrick's. Mm-hmm. Man, just go ahead and you can add it in once you click on it. So no big deal.
Yep.
But the thing is, if you get all three, you probably get a better deal and you get the band, right?
That's right. It's the only way you can get the signed and numbered edition, man. You got to do it that way.
Yeah. Okay. So this looks cool. Then we have the Kent Williams. And each one of these, you guys, you have to remember, they come with a slight deviation in the story, which is really original. So it almost seems like you'd have to get all three of these books. Like,
someone went to marketing school.
But you know what? It doesn't feel like a cheap gimmick. It actually, it's content, so it's pretty cool. No,
what we're doing is taking a cheap gimmick and adding to it and adding value to that thing. People always like to buy the multiple covers. Well, now we're giving you even more reason to do it because we're actually giving you more story, different story and stuff. So
yeah, well, you're making the rest of us look bad. So thanks.
Yes.
Thanks, Shadowhawk. What's going on, Death Metal Hero in the chat? Shadowhawk said he got all three. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Shadowhawk.
Shadowhawk is a good guy, man. He is one of the best. So then we have Patrick Reynolds cover, which, man, I'm sorry. You got to make a poster, try to make a movie poster looking, because I just want to see it with like credits on the bottom, like filmed by Terry Gilliam, that looks awesome. Like something like Time Bandits.
You know what, Art? We'll make it happen just for you. We'll make it happen.
Oh, you guys are too cool. Right? Okay,
there you go.
Oh, a Skits Chrono Mechanics mashup.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
A Skits Chrono Mechanics mashup.
Right.
Ah, I like that. Okay, so this is 125. This comes with an original sketch. So let's see. Choice of original hand drawn. So what are you drawing on, and how big is the drawing?
The drawing is just slightly smaller than the comic book. That way we can tuck it inside the comic book and send it out. A lot of artists, they do drawings on the inside covers and stuff like that. And I love that. I have a ton of art books that are like that. But the thing I want to do is I want to pull it out and actually hang it up or something like that. But I can't because it's in the book. So what I decided to do is take a nice piece of Arches paper, 100% cotton, real nice, and do the drawing on that and just slide it in there. That way you can either have it in the book or you can take it out and hang it up.
That's what I did with black and white. Yeah, I made the art board slightly smaller than the book so I could put it inside the book. And I've seen people do this, and it's very cool, where they'll frame the comic, like they'll get an extra comic, and then they'll put the artwork right next to it. So it's kind of like a two-frame, panel kind of framed artwork, and it looks really, really cool. So it already almost looks that way in this image here. They're side by side. That looks really cool, man. Michael, you guys are coming up with some cool stuff here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we learn from the best. We've been going around on the shows for a while, and we're learning from y'all.
Oh, good. So we have the Dream Jump. So this is 300. So what is this?
So this is a page of sequential art from the book.
11 by 17.
11 by 17. It may have pencil on it only. It may have inks on it. I mean, who knows what's going to be on there? There might be some paint, but you get an actual page from the book for $300 plus you get a copy of SKITS.
Are all
your choice?
Okay. Are all these books signed?
No, we're actually not signing any of the books unless maybe someone contacts us because they bought a higher tier, then we do it. But the only way you can get the signed stuff is through the completed journey, getting the 3 books with the signed and numbered belly band.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Yep. So 11 by 17, you guys. This is a great deal for original artwork, and you get the book. So that is very reasonable.
And of course, you can always, like I said, add on the other 2. So if you feel like you want to have the other 2, it's no shipping added to that. So if you got that tier, which we thank you in the first place, you'll get the artwork, you'll get your book of your choice. And at the end, you can choose to decide, well, I might as well just get the other 2 just to complete it. And it's no extra cost in shipping. So
it's another $50 for the other 2 books, no extra cost in shipping. Plus you get the signed and numbered belly band. How you like that?
Boom.
Wow. So if you add on, there's no additional shipping?
No. The 3 books is one price for shipping. It's medium mail, shipping it out that way. And it's no extra cost to add an extra book in there.
Wow, that's a pretty cool deal. Yeah. So it's just the cost of the book and nothing more.
Yep.
There you go.
So we try to make sure that everyone is happy with that.
Yeah.
This could be you. I know what this is, man. Somebody's got to jump on this. Yeah, if you guys want to get if you want to get in the book, man, look at this. Only $400. That's cool. So you're gonna draw them
blur. Yep.
You're gonna draw them as an alien. Is that the idea? Like this thing looks.
Well, we get the people in there. We get some good pictures. I'm going to decide where they go. I might ask somebody. Someone might ask me. They say, hey, I want to die in your book. Well, we might be able to accommodate that. You just tell me, So there you go.
I want to drink myself into oblivion. Can you accommodate me, Michael?
We can have you on the side street.
Yeah, you could be in the corner in an alley just boozing it up, as people are walking by, Todd McFarlane did that in a Spawn movie, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what is this one here? So one splash page. So orderly capture. Okay, so this is original art. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say everything is like a part of the story. So as you see the dream jump, we're giving you a little bit more, because you're jumping from dream to dream. The orderly capture, SKITS is in an insane asylum. So you got the orderlies coming after you to capture you, so we do like a play on words for all the tiers. So.
But it's an 11 by 17 piece of artwork. It's a splash page. That's why it's a little more. And you also get a book, and you can do the add-ons just like the other one. So there you go.
And everybody keep in mind, all the books are going to be shipped in Gemini packaging. That stuff is really, really good With the black and white campaign, we had, let me see before I speak, I don't think we had one damaged book. We had somebody say that it kind of popped open like the tape did, but the book was still undamaged. So those things are really, really good. So they're a little bit more money, but in the long run, they're really worth it.
Yeah.
If you guys invested in us, we want to invest back in you guys because we want to make sure that your book comes pristine, your artwork comes in pristine.
Yep. And even if it doesn't come, you can contact us and we'll hook you up. Don't worry. We'll make sure everyone's happy.
We'll garbage bag it.
Well, you know what? I mean, I remember some of the original art tiers. My wife was she was putting a plastic bag around it just in case there was water damage. So it's all in its own packaging with the cardboard and all the reinforcement, but it also had a plastic bag around it just in case moisture. Or we had somebody drop an actual art. I have the Oodles of Doodles and other stuff too. The art book. Somebody dropped it in a puddle. I mean. This was like a puddle. It was soaking wet. Like, how the heck did that happen? So now we package everything in like plastic. So even if it gets wet, it'll be fine.
That's awesome.
Yep, you got to do that, man.
Yeah, because these things are one of a kind collectibles. So you want to make sure that they ship and they're in the best possible condition that they can be. So what is $7.50 set sale? So what is this one?
Okay, this is our double page spread piece. We got 5 of these, and what it is you know how it is in the comic book industry. Usually they take 2 pieces of comic book board and you tape them together. That's just industry standard, for your double page spread. Well, I'm doing all of mine on 100% rag Arches paper, high quality art paper, and they're 20 by 30. I mean, these are nice, big pieces of artwork here. And, so, and you also get the 3-book journey with this one right here, the signed and numbered 3-book journey.
So that's already automatic. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, you talk about frameable artwork. That is perfect.
Yeah. I mean, they're really nice pieces. I've done a couple of them over here, and what you're seeing right there in the picture is what I got over here, and it is fantastic. I would grab it, but I can't grab anything in this straitjacket. I mean, that's just the way it is. Also, the shot with the tree and the steps and the floating chair, that's one of the double page images. Oh yeah, that what you see right there. Yeah, that's a double page spread image.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. Exactly.
Yeah, that is killer. Oh, and here is the nuttiest of the nutty. The SKITS straitjacket strap.
It's waiting for you, Art. It's totally waiting for you. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
After this stream, I might need one.
Maybe on the tag that Michael was saying for the original art, maybe he'll draw you in the corner with your beer, on the side of the tag. Maybe,
Well, I'm finishing up my second one, so.
Oh, there you go. You got a long way to go, man. The hour's almost up. You better hurry up.
I know. I got to chug a lug. Yeah, bottoms up, everyone. All right. So is there anything you – oh, wait. Sold out. What is – is this one the early bird specials or what is this one?
No, that was the cover. The cover sold really early.
That was the Ultimate Son, where you are guaranteed to be #1 of everything. So regardless of however many we sold, they are guaranteed #1.
Yeah. So, the cover went pretty early there.
Yep.
Wow. That
original
is awesome.
cover. They get all 3 books, the original cover, as well as you get the SKITS band, but you get the secret tier SKITS band, like that's the drawn SKITS band. It's not the printed one. So you're getting art upon art upon art on Art's channel.
You're one of whatever, so you're the first number. That is killer.
And that's was guaranteed. So.
That's good marketing right there too. That's good. That's why it sold so fast. Yeah.
Yep.
Michael, do me a favor, man. As you progress in your campaign, start showing some of that artwork live on your live stream so people can see the actual board, because that actually helps, man. It gets me excited.
No, what Yeah, what we're going to be doing, once we get through the first, little bit of hard campaigning as it is, I'm going to actually set up and start having live streams where I show the art process and all that sort of stuff. I've kind of been keeping it under wraps until we launched, just to kind of, well, we wanted to keep it under wraps. I mean, that's just the way it is,
Right.
But now that it's out of the bag, now that I'm let loose, I'm actually going to be doing live streams and showing this art and stuff.
Yeah, we think it's important that people are immersed in the book with us. So if they can actually see him do that stream, when you get the book, you go, I remember when he drew this. It's like, exactly, that's in your page 45 right there, Yeah. And it's fun. People can recall that. It's fun.
It's part of what this whole Indiegogo Comicsgate thing, it's one of the best aspects is, one, it's transparent to anybody that's backed the book, so you can see the progress, and that we're earnest, because you can see us every day. We're coming on, our live streams and things, but they get to see in real time. They get to see the progress of an actual comic book being made. I say this all the time on my stream. Like, if you could see some of your favorite creators, when you were young or you were aspiring to be an artist, and you could go on YouTube anytime and go watch them draw, ink, write, whatever it is, live on a YouTube stream. Holy crap, man! I would spend every waking hour. I would have spent every wake. I do now. I would have spent every waking hour, watching these live streams. Yeah.
Could you imagine back in the day if you could actually just sit around and watch Frank Frazetta paint all the time?
Yeah, I say like Frank Frazetta, like Jack Kirby, any of those guys. Yeah.
Bernie Wrightson,
Oh my gosh, could you see like a daily, like maybe 3-hour show where Bernie is doing like his Frankenstein illustrations, but you only get, because it's so labor intensive. So you get to see 3 hours, but it's only like 1 inch by 2 inches of the actual 11 by 7 artwork, And so you get to see that over a week of him putting it all together. That would be awesome, man. But that's what's happening right now. I have some aspiring artists, and they're like, yeah, well, I'm going to do stupid YouTubes where I get to draw and stuff like that. Nobody's going to watch. And I go, what's cool about that? And I don't mean this in a condescending way, is people are going to be able to track your progress. You know what I mean? They're going to remember like a year ago when you were here, and then where you are a year from now. And they're going to go, wow, look at how much you've improved. And this stuff, none of this has existed prior to, this new technology. So you can do all kinds of fun stuff like that. And man, I'm old enough, you guys, that even this is cool. I get to see you. This is like Dick Tracy stuff, right? I get to see you and talk to you in real time. We have people in the chat interacting with us. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I sound stupid because I'm old, but I don't take this stuff for granted, man. This is pretty amazing.
I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, and you got to remember, I mean, we're still, you're a little older than us, but we're still at that age when we were growing up. There was no internet, Right. I remember I got on my first board, which you had to telnet into over your dial-up phone back in 91, I believe it was. And you had to have a telnet number, and you dialed up to the local newspaper because they were the one that had the host for your local area usually. And all there was just some text there. Hey, how's it going? Hey, I got some ROMs here to share. I got
you got mail.
You want to meet down at 7-Eleven?
It's funny because I remember this was years ago working at Marvel. It was probably around the same time where Hack Shack Studios, which is the studio that I run, and we had a color division, Hack Shack Coloring. And so we were doing work for Marvel. And I remember them talking about, we need you to start doing more work, sending us stuff through the internet. And I'm like, okay. And so we started doing that, like digital files, right? Mm-hmm. We would be up all night through modems. Remember that? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so we would send this thing all night because it wouldn't go through. And I finally remember having to talk with production at Marvel, and I said, you have to have some kind of support You have to have some kind of tech support here at Marvel because this is absolutely ridiculous. You know, I'm spending 6 hours trying to get a file through to you guys. You know, it's insane. And then I remember talking to some other freelancers, and they're like, we can't even do this because we don't even have high-speed internet. High-speed internet. They were saying we don't even have access to high-speed internet. And I was like, holy crap, man. And this was in the 90s.
Yep. I mean, I never had high-speed internet until I went to college in the late 90s. They're the ones who had the high speed. All the colleges did. You know, they had like a big T line usually. And I think they actually ended up putting it in my area. Maybe it was 2000 was the first. As a matter of fact, I got the first high-speed internet cable in my area, and it was what was it? That I was in a 2-block radius. All the houses were condemned. I was the only one living within a 2-block radius, and I had the entire I can't remember. It's not the modem, but the actual unit that's out there on the street. You know,
right? Yeah.
I had the entire hub to myself. Till this day, it was the fastest internet I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Day.
Okay,
yeah,
I thought you were going to go the opposite with that story.
No, I paid $25 a month, and I was the only person using the entire hub at the end of the block. You know, where usually it services hundreds of people. There wasn't anyone in my area. All the houses were condemned, so I had it all to myself. I had an entire hub to myself.
We had computer labs growing up.
Let me get this. Let me get this. I'm sorry. Alfred McKay for $5. Thank you very, very much. I cannot believe we have the chance to hang out with Art T. Bear and friends. Got to appreciate the technology. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I said, I sound stupid. I sound old. But this is Dick Tracy. Remember the little communication watch? And he could, right there, talk to people. Yeah, it is still pretty cool, man. Yeah, I mean, pretty soon we're going to have like Star Trek beam me up, Scotty stuff, you know? I'll just be able to go to your studio. I'll be able to go to your studio. We'll hang out, and then I'll just pop back.
Or we can have the holograms where it's like, Art, I'm waiting for you. You get the email, you open it up, and then like hologram, there's Art that says, now you go over here, and then you do your brushwork over here. Right? That'd be awesome to have school like that.
Yeah. Awesome. But you know what? I mean, God, what was it? I read an article that said within the next 10 years, like just robotics and things like that are gonna be pretty much kind of mainstay. I mean, we already have somewhat of a robot. We have one of those Roombas or whatever they're called. So it's programmed. Yeah, so it's programmed certain times a day. Goes out and just cleans the floor and then goes back to its little hub. And we never talk to it. We never do anything. It just does it on its own. So we're gonna have more and more of those gadgets, and especially like cars that drive themselves. I think that's going to be the big technology within the next couple of years. You watch in 5 years, it's going to be a household thing. It's pretty crazy. We just bought a new car, so we were at the showroom, and the guy was like, he was showing off like, oh, this one drives itself, right? So he's showing us all this stuff, and he goes, and look, it won't hit you. And so he stood behind it while it was backing up. Oh my gosh, he actually had to take a step back. So I still don't trust that technology, man. It wasn't a good sales pitch. Yeah, because he had to take a step back. So, yeah,
what he meant to say, it won't hit you again.
Yeah. It might just nudge you, but it's not going to run you down. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. So we're wrapping up our hour. Do you guys have anything else that you would like to add?
Well, first of all, we'd like to say thank you to Art.
Thank you.
I mean, we couldn't do this with as easily without being able to go on shows like yourself. I mean, you're kind enough to open it up to us and let us be on here. You know, we've had you on our show, and it's fantastic. We love being on stream with you, man. So just thank you. And everyone else out there, go back SKITS, man. Go over to Indiegogo. Get the completed journey. I mean, you want all of that stuff. You want all that story. I'm telling you, it is going to be awesome. All the different, plot twists and turns from the different books that you're going to experience. is going to be awesome. And the only way I could actually do this story is to break it up this way. And this is the only time you'll ever be able to get it, because I can't reprint this. It has to be in the 3 different books. There's no other way you can do it.
Yep. So you got 3 books, 3 covers, 3 storylines, 1 adventure. So either choose your adventure or complete the adventure.
That's right.
That's one of the best things to go
and you
for.
guys, this is not a small book. This is 60 pages, and you heard these guys talking. It might be more. So this is not just, you know, like a, I don't know, 36-page book or 48 pages. This is 60 pages. So this is a serious story. Is it serialized, or is this a one and done?
Oh no!
No. We've got 6 books in the making.
Yeah, we got 5 more after this one. Yeah, and we got the whole thing already written out, planned, ready to go. You know, we just want to pop off this one, see how it does, and then roll into the other ones. You know,
because we don't want to have people wait, you know, for another year or what have you. As much as we can, you know, obviously we understand what goes on in delays, but once this is funded or once it's good to go as our testing ground. We want to roll into the next one immediately. So when we're shipping this one, we're already going to be shipping the next one within so many months afterwards. So people actually get, you know, book 2, book 3, you know, so on and so forth. So I want to make sure people, you know, get the product in hand while they're waiting for that next product. You know what I mean? So it's good.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, you guys are kind of an unproven commodity, even though, I mean, you come across very trustworthy, and I know a lot of the work is already done and things like that. But when you guys are in fulfillment, really, really make sure that second campaign is coming out around that same time, because what I did with Black and White 1 is we didn't know, like, this whole Comicsgate thing. It was still pretty brand new. So I thought it would be good in good faith to the backers is to shut the Indiegogo campaign down so they could see movement. You know what I mean? So they could see forward movement, because it was taking a little bit of extra time. Excuse me. So what I did is I thought, well, I'll shut it down so I'll show good faith. And so I did, and everything went really well. But I noticed Brand, Antonio Bryce's book, he didn't shut it down. So we were kind of like, you know, there's books that you're kind of in pace with. So Brand and Antonio and Kanan's book, we kind of launched around the same time. They were doing about like neck and neck as far as the numbers, you know, friendly competition kind of thing. But they kept theirs open for another month. They made another 10 grand. So I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of left 10 grand on the table. And so, but the good thing is right now we're going to do within this month, but I want to make sure that Chrono Mechanics is at the printers, and that's all taken care of, which it's going to the printers today. We just got the files. We just okayed the files. So that's happening. The printer's all set up. They're saying 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, we should have books back in the studio here.
Awesome.
So I'm going to launch that Black and White volume 1, Second Chance, probably in a week or so. But the good thing about that is that those people that couldn't get the book, you know, when we closed like kind of prematurely, they were like, you know, they were emailing me and stuff. They're like, how do we get the book? How do I get the book? I came in late. How do I get the book? So that's why we're doing this second campaign for you guys. Oh, you were one of them, right? Yeah. And so that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we got the book.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So my advice is keep it in demand while you're doing your second campaign. And what's going to happen is while you're funding or while you're fulfilling, that people are going to see, oh my gosh, these people are good for it. The book is getting out. And also encourage all your backers to send you photos of the book, right? Like do an opening, like the unboxing videos, send you photos, stuff like that. Start posting those all throughout your social media. And what happens is that excitement builds, you know what I mean? Because hopefully everybody, I can't see anybody not, but everybody's going to say, you know, this SKITS book is amazing. This SKITS book's amazing. And so then all you have to do is go, it's still open. It's in demand. You want to pick yourself up a book, boom, it's immediate. And you guys will already be fulfilling. So they don't even have to wait. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're going to get right in there, and those books are going to be shipped out within probably, you know, a few weeks or a month. So, don't do that. I think that Comicsgate has learned that lesson. to try to keep those those campaigns in demand, and especially while you're fulfilling. And that's what we're going to do with Chrono. Nice. Although we are doing stretch goals, or we have stretch goals, and we're probably going to have to pull some of those stretch goals because they have to do with like artwork. So we're doing like 1 out of every 100. 1 out of every 10 backers will get a golden time card. And if you fill out your time card and you send it to me, in exchange, I'll do you up a 9x12 Bristol board drawing, pen and ink. I'll draw it up. I'll do it.
Wow.
And then I'll send it out to you. But I know Michael's already going, well, if you don't close it off, then it's going to keep on going and keep on going. So I think as soon as the books, he doesn't care.
Michael, who cares, man? It's money. It's money coming in.
The drawings. Yeah, but I think for me, just to move on, I'm going to cut some of the tiers. I'm going to close those tiers. So if you do want to, get a black and white book, and you want not black and white Chrono Mechanics book, then get in now, because at this point you're still going to get all the stretch goals. But once we get the books back from the printer, I'm going to have to pull some of the stretch goals or close them down, just because it's going to be crazy later on for me to do all the drawings and all that other stuff. And also we need numbers for our vendors for the different product that we're having manufactured and stuff like that. So yeah, it does. I'm going to have to do those things. So I know you guys are kind of new to the crowdfund, so that's my little pearl of wisdom.
No, thank you. That is awesome. We will wear those pearls of pride.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My wife loves pearls. Yeah, they're awesome. So yeah. And so this is my shameless plug. One, go out, back SKITS right now. This is the first day, you guys. And if you pre-launched, if you signed up for their pre-launch page, check your spam folder, because I know we had some of that problem with Chrono Mechanics. Check your spam folder, because sometimes those alerts go to your spam. And check those out and get in, because you're going to get yourself the hand-drawn band, right, for the books, for the 3 books, right?
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
Right.
Check your spam, check your promotions, check whatever is in there. If you got that Gmail, just check it.
Yeah, definitely. And go check that out. And we have a pre-launch page for Black and White. So Volume 1 Second Chance, what we were just talking about, get out there. It's in the description. And so is the SKITS link. The SKITS link is in the description too. So all you guys have to do is click one of those links, go over there, sign up for a Black and White. You'll get a free trading card, and you'll get exclusives, just kind of like what SKITS is doing. And or, click on the SKITS link and go back yourself a SKITS comic, because it looks amazing, man. The book looks great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. That's really kind words coming from a legend in the industry.
Legendary Artie Bear. Yes. Right. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. But when they say legend, it just means you're old.
But legends never die. So
well, I hope I have a couple more years in me. So thank you so much, Death Metal Hero, for telling people, hit that like button, you guys, please, because this helps the algorithms, helps the channel. So thank you, guys. Thanks to my guest. This has been a great Hacks Chat. You guys come. You guys are prepared. You guys pitch like nobody's business. You guys are a great couple. The book looks amazing. And thanks to everybody in the chat for the support. Go back SKITS Comics, because it looks amazing. So take care, guys. Have a fantastic evening.
Bye.